What's up everybody, welcome back to McQuick Crafts, and today I'm going to be doing a build that I've had in mind for a while, which is the first half of a two-part build I'm calling the Bounty Hunters. So to start me off, I'm going to be building this really awesome Boba Fett model and have them beat the snot out of a Gundam. The models themselves were pretty straightforward and a lot of fun to build, but this is also partially a love letter to my longtime gaming duo partner who goes by the name of Boba Peph. So later on in the video, I'm going to be giving him a custom paint job before he gives the Heavy Arms Gundam the business. For some context, Peph and I originally locked in as a duo with games like For Honor, where we undertook the persona of the bounty hunters in-game to keep us hyped up. And since he already had a pretty dope moniker with the name of Boba Peph, I decided to shift away from McWick, which was my longtime gamer tag and a reference to my undying love for the John Wick franchise, and also hence the name of my channel. And from there, I changed my name to the McDeLorean. After a solid year of chopping heads in For Honor, we hopped around in games like Chivalry, Civilization, Age of Empires, Elden Ring, Crusader Kings, and I know it sounds like we have a whole sword and shield thing going on, but we were also absolute menaces during that brief and glorious time when Red Dead Online was still going strong, which is a bungle I will never forgive Rockstar for. I had originally wanted to run the lights for the Gundam through its body, but I ran into some trouble there and had to change direction and run them out of the back of the model. Luckily, I had already planned for the Gundam to rather futilely be trying to flee away with his jetpack, so I was able to hide all the wires in the exhaust smoke once I put that on. I had originally planned for Boba Peph to be about half the size of the Gundam, but I bought the wrong scale model because I refused to look at context clues, so this will be closer to a Power Rangers mech style fight, but that kind of works out because Boba Peph will give these hands to combatants of all sizes. Because Peph and I are millennial nerds, I went with a paint job that paid homage to the OG Green Power Ranger. Also because whenever I'm in game and need to call for assistance, it really does feel very similar to when Tommy would play his summoning tune on his dagger to awaken the Dragon Zord, and then all hell would break loose. Once the models were built and the lights were run, it was time to work on the base. I decided to do a nature build rather than have the fight in a city. Peph is a huge fan of Japanese culture and samurai stories, so I wanted to emulate the kind of cinematic nature settings that you often see in those Japanese paintings. Plus, I already had these really cool trees that would easily help give a sense of scale to the scene, so it just made sense. Once all the models were secured and all of the lights soldered together, I applied some pulled apart cotton balls for exhaust smoke and gave them some quick applications of red, orange, and yellow for the flames. I was fine with a little bit of overspray because it gave the effect of the flames, projecting light onto the figures. I then realized that one of the lights I was using was blue and not red, so the lost arm of the Gundam got some cool blue flames. And then finally I gave them all a light spray of black for the smoke. After that, it was time to give the sides a coat of black paint, and then on to the glamour shots. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button so you don't miss any of my future builds. We're also on the road to 500 subscribers, which is really amazing, and thank you to everyone who has been tuning in. Also, let me know in the comments if there's something you'd like to see on this channel, and that might be in my list of future builds. Until then though, thank you again so much for watching, stay safe, and I'll see you on the next one.